We're at a very special place, the Church of St. George, the seat of His All Holiness, the Ecumenical Patriarch of Constantinople, a seat today held by the very wonderful and venerable Patriarch Bartholomew, who is the 270th Archbishop of Constantinople. So this is a part of Christianity, a faith that goes back basically to the earliest days of Christianity. Of course, before the Great Schism of 1054, there was one church with multiple heads, in fact, a pentarchy, or 5 major dioceses that were considered the central dioceses of Christianity. They were Rome, where the Pope sat, of course Constantinople, where the Patriarch and Archbishop of Constantinople sat, Alexandria, the great city on the coast of the Mediterranean, Antioch in Anatolia in Western Asia, and Jerusalem. This pentarchy was the governing structure of the Christian faith. Among the 5, 2 were politically and structurally dominant. Rome, of course, the seat of the Roman Empire up until its division into an eastward and west Roman Empire, and after that division, the seat of the Western Roman Empire, and Constantinople, which became the capital of the Roman Empire under Emperor Constantine in the year 330 AD, and then the center of power of the Eastern Roman Empire, which would remain the Roman Empire. In fact, after the West fell to the invading Germanic tribes in 476, and Constantinople would remain the seat of the Eastern Roman Empire until Constantinople fell to the Ottoman Turks in 1453. The Great Schism came in 1054 when Rome and the East divided. The divide over language, Latin in the West and Greek liturgy in the East, over theology on various points of theological belief, the Philoloque and other points of theological disagreement, but especially over politics. Was the Pope predominant? Was the Pope one among many? And with the schism, the Pope, of course, became the dominant leader of Christianity in the Western Christian world, while the Archbishop of Constantinople, the patriarch of this church, became the primus inter pares among the Eastern Orthodox faithful. Eastern Orthodoxy is organized around autocephalous churches, meaning self-governing churches. So while His All Holiness, the Ecumenical Patriarch of Constantinople, is recognized as first among equals, it is among equals, one could also say, because of the autocephaly, or the self-governance of the different Orthodox churches. So there are 4 of the 5 of the original pentarchy that are seats of patriarchs today, still Alexandria and Antioch, Jerusalem, and Constantinople, and many national autocephalous churches in Greece, in Cyprus, in Serbia, in Albania, in Romania, in Bulgaria, of course in Russia, where so many of the Orthodox faithful live, in Poland, in Czech Republic and Slovakia, and recently new autocephalous churches in the Orthodox faith established in America, and very recently in Ukraine and in Macedonia. So the autocephalous churches are many, each with patriarchs, each governed by a council specific for that church, a synod of bishops within that church, and the patriarchs governing together with the Patriarch of Constantinople, remaining the primus inter pares among all of the churches. Of course, in 1453, a great deal changed for the Eastern Orthodox faith with the fall of Constantinople to the Ottomans. The Ottoman Empire allowed people of the book to not only live within the empire, but to practice their faith and to live within essentially self-governing communities, as long as those communities kept their place within a predominant Muslim-led society. So the individual communities, the dhimmi, were self-governing. They paid special taxes. They had various restrictions. Their buildings, their structures could not overshadow those of the Islamic community. And so what had been the center of the Patriarchate of Constantinople, Hagia Sophia, the wondrous church, became a mosque. And from around 1600 onward, this more modest, very beautiful, but modest church became the seat of the all-ecumenical Patriarch of Constantinople. And inside it's, of course, a beautiful structure of a Greek Orthodox church with a marvelous iconostasis of the icons in front before the altar, and very beautiful mosaics and other iconography in the church. We know, of course, immediately right at the entrance above the door, this is Orthodox faith. You see the double-headed eagle, the emblem of the Paleologos, the last rulers of the Byzantine Empire, with the double-headed eagle as their emblem, signifying both the east and the west, the eagles looking both to the east and the west, and also signifying the religious and the secular rule. So the double-headed eagle was the Byzantine emblem, and it became the symbol of the Greek Orthodox faith, and we see that in this church. Today's all-ecumenical Patriarch, Patriarch Bartholomew, the 270th Archbishop of Constantinople, is venerable, remarkable, wise, kind, and an important leader for the world morally. He has taken a special, very distinctive leading interest from his first days as Patriarch, beginning in 1991, in protecting the environment, protecting in the Orthodox faith the creation of God, but a special note in an age of climate change and destruction of biodiversity and pollution and damage to ecology. Patriarch Bartholomew has been a fervid and persistent leader for global responsibility. And it has been wonderful how Patriarch Bartholomew and Pope Francis, the two sides, the East and the Western Christianity, have joined forces in many, many occasions and in many powerful ways and powerful statements on the cause of integral human and sustainable development. When Pope Francis, head of the Catholic faith, head of the Western Christian Church, issued his wonderful encyclical in 2015, Laudato Si, he pays special praise to His All Holiness Ecumenical Patriarch Bartholomew for the inspiration and the leadership on the environment. So this ancient faith, one of the founding places of Christianity itself, this long and venerable tradition continues to be absolutely present in our most urgent issues of the day on climate change, on environmental protection, on that moral message of protecting what is so vital for humanity. It's, of course, inspiring to be here at the seat of the Eastern Orthodoxy, a faith with 300 million followers across the world, and a place where we hear the call for ethics in our time being issued so powerfully.